happy Wednesday. I am back here, and this week I'm talking about what holistic business means. Because, let's be honest, holistic business is kind of a buzzword right now. So, usually it's used in the context of health coaching. It means not just focusing on your physical body, but it's about like looking at your health from an overarching view of your life. So whether that's tackling emotional issues, it could be physical pain, it could be mental pain, or whatever that is actually causing the issue. So when I use it in the context of business, it's the same general rule. It's saying we look at your whole overarching business. And when I use this term, I really like to focus on the person who's doing said business. So this is you. This is the founder, the CEO, the person who's got the ideas, who's got the vision, okay? So I like to have the business focus kind of on the person because, in my opinion, your business and your success is directly related to you as a person, where you're at in your life, and by that I mean where you're at physically, mentally, and emotionally. So those three things are going to specifically tie into how your business works, how well it's working, how it's not working. And this really, a lot of it will come down to mindset. So I really think that mindset is the backbone of everything that we do, and it's our brains, it's how they work. So what I want to talk about here is just the many overarching, categories that you're gonna want to take a look at when you're starting a business, right? So off the bat, you might think that when you're starting a business, the most important thing is your branding and your website. You probably think that that's the most important thing. And I'm here to tell you that it is not the most important thing. Yes, it's great to get a website up. Yes, it's great to get some branding together, but that stuff will change over time, and it doesn't actually matter what you choose at first. Like, pick something that feels good and then just go with it, okay? When it comes to branding and everything. So what I want you to do is just look at how you are showing up. Are you being your best self? And this sounds so cliche, but that's really what it comes down to. Like, are you mentally healthy? Are you emotionally healthy? Are you physically healthy? And then when you're able to do what it takes to bring yourself to a place that feels good, that feels healthy, that'll show up directly in your business so that you can show up in your business. So that means when you're showing up in your business, you're consistently showing up. And you're not, in these cases, your mindset could be that you don't have time, or that you're too busy, or whatever it is, or even deeper than that, it could be like you're afraid to show up, you're afraid to put your opinions out there in the world, you're afraid to do these things, and it's looking at your mindset around that and saying, well, why are you afraid of that? Digging into how you can overcome those fears to actually show up in your business. That's a mental side of it. Mindset is your mental health, and you cannot be your most mentally healthy person if you're struggling with these fears of not wanting to be your true self because you're afraid of what people will think of you. You're afraid to put your opinions out there because you don't want people to disagree with you and to maybe start arguing with you about it. In this world, this social media world, this internet world, where you're not going to agree with everyone, and it doesn't really matter if you do, because those aren't your people. You're showing up for the people who do agree with you, and they're out there, because we're not that individual. I mean, we are, but other people are going to share your beliefs, okay? So what I want you to focus on is getting in touch with your mindset, how that's holding you back, because that's the biggest thing that's going to hold you back in your business. So when I'm saying holistic, I want you to look at all your mindset, not just around business, but around yourself, around money, around what you think success looks like, around what you think other people should or shouldn't think of you, what you think your body should look like, what you think a business should look like, what you think any of the above. Like, you could come up with everything, but just looking at the big picture, what you want, what do you want it to look like, and then showing up for that. So on top of that, you want to look at your physical health, because that is so important. If you're not feeling good physically, if you're not physically healthy, then you're going to have a hard time showing up to do the work, because you're going to feel down, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel, sometimes you're actually sick. Like, we get colds and everything, it sucks, but that's part of life. But also realizing how you respond to these type of bodily ailments, or how you show up for your body, how you take care of your body, because it's not always about going. It doesn't mean, like, taking care of yourself does not mean working out 7 days a week and constantly eating only healthy, whole foods, whatever diet's in at the moment. It means, how are you actually taking care of your body on a day-to-day basis? What does your body need on a day-to-day basis? Because us as women, every single day, our bodies are different. Every single day, we have a different amount of hormones, whether it's changing slightly day to day, but it's always different. So, keeping that in mind as you go throughout your business and you find a way to flow and create and go inward and have a push and pull based on what your body is doing or needing that day. Like, when you're during your cycle, you're going to be more tired. You're going to want to be inward. You're going to feel more emotional. That's not necessarily the time to be like getting up all the time, doing the things. Okay, so like finding a flow where you're actually following what your body needs on a given day, whether sometimes it is going for a run. I am a huge fan of working out. I love going to the gym, but I don't do it when I know that what's going to serve me best is to actually just stay home and chill on the couch with a book. Sometimes that's what's going to serve me best. So again, back to the holistic thing, it's looking at the overarching picture. How can you align not just your mindset, but like your mental health in every area of your life, every facet of your business? Because as you grow, as you keep building your business, you are going to have to change your mindset over and over again, because up-leveling requires change, requires you to see new pathways. It requires you to see new ideas and implement things that, aren't normal or aren't something that people already know, because the way to actually be successful and to show up as you and to actually make a splash is to do things differently, and that's going to be uncomfortable too. So you're looking at the mental, you're looking at the mindset, you're looking at your body, you're showing up for your body in the way that you need to every single day. And then there's the emotional self, which this is going to be uncomfortable. You're looking at the holistic 3 parts, and your emotional self matters too. Your emotional health. Are you feeling your feelings? Are you just shoving everything down? I'm a huge shover downer. I in the past have not liked to share. I don't like to cry. I don't like to, in the past. Sometimes, actually, you know what? I don't always like to cry now, but the point is that you are feeling your feelings instead of ignoring and shoving them down and letting them build up, so that, after 6 months of building up certain feelings with your partner, you just all of a sudden blow up at them for putting a dish in the sink instead of the dishwasher. And that is literally something I've done. So I get it. I get how hard it is to deal with your emotions and to deal with how you're feeling when people talk to you, or when your partner is doing something, or if you have kids, if you're triggered by the way that your kid is acting, or if you're triggered by them not listening to you. It's looking at your emotions and expressing them in a healthy way, which I am working through this all right now. The emotional part of me has been hard for me in the past, and I'm working through it. That's a place where I'm not necessarily the most healthy, but I'm working on it. I'm growing with it so that I can be my best self, so I can be the best business owner I can be, because that's what it comes down to, is how can I show up the best way to make my business successful? How can I look at the overarching areas of my life and make sure that I'm showing up and I'm doing everything I need to truly embody a whole good rounded person? Not just good, but I just mean your most authentic self, being your most authentic self, whatever that looks like, being your best self, feeling the best as you are, and continually growing through that. So for me, that's what holistic business really means, is it's focusing on yourself and making sure that you are the best self, because you are your business. That's your business is you. You know, it's going to change and evolve over time. It's guaranteed it's going to change and evolve over time. And you have to do the same with your business, and as a person, because that's what it is. So that's what holistic business means to me. That's what I'm trying to teach other women, other moms, how to be the most authentic version of themselves so that they can create a business that feels amazing and is successful, because that's what drives how we live our lives, is having our career or our work that really makes us feel excited and that creates a lifestyle that we actually want to live, instead of just waiting for the next vacation, instead of waiting for the next weekend to come around, instead of waiting for some magical moment when our life is actually going to be what we want it to be. We're creating it. We're doing what it takes to create that, because that's what it takes. It's intention. It's creating intention, setting your intentions for what you want, and actually doing the work to get there. You can't just set an intention and not do anything. You set the intention and then you do the work. You show up, you do the healing of your emotional past, you do the healing of your physical body, and you do the healing of your mindset. It's all intertwined, and that's what holistic business is. So I hope you liked this video. If you have more questions about it, please put them in the comments. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'm shewhocan, or go to my website, shewhocan.com. I have so much resources and information for you there to dig into this stuff so that you can show up as your most authentic self. So, without any more information for you today, this is, again, Meredith. I am your holistic business coach, and I'm here to fucking help you, because I want you to be happy. All right, so have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll be back next week.